Hi all, it is Jules. Welcome to week 1 of the Wounded Healers. I am so excited to welcome you here. Take a moment to give yourself a bit of congratulations for showing up today and showing up for yourself in this journey. We are the Wounded Healers Collective and you are the wounded one. Let's embrace that today. Before we get started, let me show you what I bring to the mat to make myself more comfortable throughout practice. You will often see me showing up to the mat with a cup of tea. This is so I can stay hydrated and just warm my belly, plus it's super cozy. The next thing that I bring to the mat when I am practicing are 2 blocks. The blocks allow me to lift the floor up to me in certain shapes and just prop my limbs up so I can be extra comfortable. The other thing I always bring to the mat is a blanket of sorts so I can fold it, roll it, and make myself super comfortable throughout class. And lastly, what I am sitting on here is a large pillow or bolster, and this just allows me to align my spine as I'm sitting in easy shape for long periods of time. You can use the bolster to prop your body up in all sorts of shapes, and I'll show you some of that throughout our journey. Take a moment now, pause the video, and grab anything you need from your space to bring into your space to make yourself more comfortable. Maybe a cup of tea, maybe a couple blankets. Take your time, come on back, and we'll get started in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. We are going to begin our week 1 of the Wounded Healers Resilience Yoga Body Scan Meditation. So find yourself on your mat, your carpet, your floor, whatever space you've created for yourself. Bring along all your props. I'm going to show you what I do to set up to make myself comfortable during a meditation. This meditation can be done either sitting upright or laying down. Let me make you comfortable for both options. First, let me show you what it looks like to do this meditation sitting up. What I like to do is take my blanket, I'll roll my blanket up into a long sausage, and I will take that rolled up blanket and I will tuck it under one knee, cross the legs at the shins, and tuck the blanket under the other knee. This allows my knees to be supported. I'll pull the flesh out from underneath my sit bones and really ground my sit bones on that bolster, making sure my sit bones are pushed up towards the front edge of that bolster so that my pelvic bowl isn't tilting forward or back. We're just allowing it to be level. You can take your blocks. I like to tuck it under my knees to give me support. The other way you can practice this meditation is laying down on your mat. So in order to do this, go ahead and move your props out of the way. I'll invite you to take the bolster and lay it along your space. You're going to drape your legs over that bolster, bringing the pits of your knees right up to the edge of that bolster. Slowly laying yourself back, bringing your blanket with you if you'd like, and then shifting yourself so that you're really comfortable. Your knees are resting, your heels are on the ground. And we're going to stay here as we meditate, and I guide you through this body scan, knowing that both laying down and sitting up are great options. Find your way to your most comfortable space, and we will begin. Wonderful. Now that you've made it to your space, we are going to begin week 1 of the Wounded Healers, the Wounded One. We are going to do a body scan meditation, and during this meditation I invite you to open your eyes to all parts of your being. What we would consider the good, what we would consider the bad, the hard, the easy, the joyful, the fearful. We are going to embrace all aspects of our being today during this meditation. As the Wounded One, we are acknowledging and observing and understanding our wounds and our traumas, exploring what it is they've taught us and how they can help us as we move forward. I'd like to remind you today that everything I'm offering is just that, It is an offering, so please listen to your body. If something does not sit with you, allow it to pass by. Do your own thing. If you decide you want to lay on the mat the whole time and zone me out, please feel free to do so. Settling into your space, settling into your body, settling into the floor beneath you. I invite you to just start by observing your breath. Notice what you're showing up with tonight. Are you breathing deep into your belly or shallow into the hollow of your chest? Just observing, no need to change anything in this moment. And allow the ground to rise up to support you as you begin to notice all the points of contact between yourself and the earth. Allow this to be an opportunity for groundedness, connectedness. Good. Maybe you choose to close your eyes down or find a soft gaze. Look between the shadow of your eyelashes as your eyes close down 80%. Maybe you begin to deepen that inhale, noticing here as your belly rises, your ribs expand and your chest lifts. And on your exhales, everything falls back in towards your midline. And continuing breathing just like this, seeing if you can breathe that air further into your core, into your being. And then exhaling, releasing. Observing tension in the body on this next inhale, noticing any areas that are caught or tight. And as you exhale, seeing if you can release just 1% in those areas of your body. Breathing, holding space. And as we move through today's meditation, I'd like you to remember, if you may, that all of us go through stages in our life where we feel lost. We may feel stuck or disconnected. This is the stage of the wounded one. This is a time where life may feel chaotic, overwhelming, or misaligned. As we do this body scan meditation today and scan through our bodies, just allowing yourself to acknowledge any imbalances or discomforts and allowing this without judgment. And today we're going to practice observing with kindness, releasing labels. Take a deep breath in. And a collective breath out. Beautiful. As you take your next breath in, long, full, and deep, I invite you to begin to focus on the top of your head. Noticing any sensations here in your scalp, let that breath out. Taking the next few breaths to just notice here. And then allowing that attention, that awareness to drift down to your forehead. Noticing if your brows are furrowing, releasing, relaxing that tightness. Letting the forehead soften fully. Breathing in, moving your awareness to your eyes and allowing all the muscles around them to relax. Exhale. With your next breaths, shift this attention into your cheeks, your jaw, and your mouth, releasing tension in your jaw, creating space between your teeth. Notice if your tongue is pressed up against the roof of your mouth, and gently release it, relax it, allow it to flop where it may. It is not a surprise to many that our face, our jaw, our eyebrows, our forehead hold the weight of most of our worries. And just acknowledge this tightness, this tension as part of the wounded one experience. Taking your next breath in, bringing that attention, that awareness down to your neck area, noticing any sensations or tightness here. And you're breathing gently into this area, allowing your shoulders to drop, releasing the weight they carry. Acknowledging, accepting that this area holds our stress, and notice if you can observe it without attaching judgment. Allow it to be as it is. Gently moving your awareness down to your upper arms with your next breath and noticing any sensations or tightness here. You may feel a lightness in the biceps, the forearms, the wrists. Continuing all the way down to your hands and your fingers, to your fingertips, simply observing. Remembering our hands represent all that we hold on to, both physically and emotionally. Your next breath shifts your focus downwards again towards your chest space, noticing the rise and fall of your breath here. The expansion of your chest with each inhale, and the softening and falling with each exhale. When it's in our heart space, we feel our emotional wounds, our anxieties, our fears. Breathe into this space now, honoring any imbalances you find. Your awareness falls to your stomach and abdomen, and with a deep breath, you recognize this area can hold all of our reactions to stress, our sense of control. As you exhale, observe any sensations, the tightness, the unease, or maybe the warmth. Allow yourself to breathe into this area without trying to change or resist anything that comes up. Recognize this space that holds our fear, our sense of control. Recognize this as the wounded one. Breathe here. Moving your focus towards your hips and your pelvis, where we store emotional weight and vulnerability. Notice the tightness, the discomfort, maybe a sense of heaviness. Breathe in deeply, allowing yourself to soften just a bit. And exhale. Shifting your focus to your thighs, noticing all the sensations here, continuing down to your knees, into your calves and shins, simply observing. Feeling the connection to the ground through your legs that carry you through life. Acknowledging and honoring all they do for you. Allow yourself to notice any imbalances or tension here. And breathe. And then finally, bringing that awareness to your feet, to your toes, noticing the sensations of warmth or coolness or pressure. Remembering your feet ground you, they connect you to this beautiful earth with each other. With a deep breath in, imagine this connectedness, this love, and with a deep breath out, release any remaining feelings of disconnection or imbalance. As you breathe here, taking in your body in its entirety, observe where throughout this body scan you held imbalances, discomforts, tightness. Recognize these wounds as a part of you, your story, your being, and recognize that these sensations are a natural response to periods of chaos, struggle, imbalance. Take a final deep breath in, acknowledging the strength that it took today to observe the discomfort with compassion and to sit with it. And as you exhale, gently release any remaining tension. And only when you are ready, start to bring small movements back into your body. Wiggling fingers and toes, maybe stretching arms overhead. And when you feel fully grounded again, gently blinking the eyes open and taking in the space around you. Bringing hands to heart center and honoring yourself for showing up for this practice. Thank you from the wounded healer to the wounded one.